Hello, everyone. My name is Makisha Rogers, and today I'm here to present Chapter 10 on weight management, which was a very interesting chapter with many important facts. When you think about your weight, you ask yourself, am I overweight or considered obese? Am I too skinny and need to gain more weight? Am I eating and maintaining a healthy diet and lifestyle? Many people that struggle with weight management ask themselves those questions and may or may not be interested in finding the correct solution to the problem. When dealing with weight management, one of the main issues that we have today is obesity. The question we first want to discuss is, what exactly is obesity? Obesity is when a person is considered to be overweight and has excessive body weight and poses many health hazards. This occurs when a person just constantly eats and their food portions are larger than what the body can intake. Then there is a lack of physical activity that a person partakes in on a daily basis or weekly basis. Factors that contribute to obesity can be environmental issues, genetic issues, and change in behavior. When it comes to genetic issues, some families just can't help what's inherited within their family. No matter what they do, they are still going to be overweight if that's the trend running in the family. Some may also carry the hormone leptin, which is an appetite suppressant hormone produced in the fat cells that sends messages to the brain pertaining to the body fat of a person. When it comes to environmental issues, one's own personal or home environment may be a tempting environment where food is just available or seen in various places and you just constantly eat. An example of this would be if you have a child living in a home where proper meals are prepared during certain times of the day, then you can pretty much manage what their food intake looks like. But then you have environmental issues as far as going to grandma's house and snacks are easily accessible and grandma sits around cooking cakes all day, which give the child all the reasons to eat and are influenced by bad eating behaviors because what they see around them. The last factor would be behavior change in which a person can or cannot regulate their eating behaviors. I know personally I have been guilty of this when it comes to people offering me some food of any sort and I want to try it, knowing that I'm not hungry. And then there are times where you are hungry, but you still ignore the hunger drive for whatever reason you may have. With all the overeating of food, people can face weight issues that one can struggle to deal with. Weight can also become an issue in your journey of a more healthier lifestyle. People begin to struggle with high blood pressures, being diabetic, which comes from an abundance of weight being gained and only can be normalized with weight loss. People also encounter heart disease, which can be at risk as well. Not only do you face issues with being overweight, but you also face issues that people face of being underweight, which means that a person is 10% below the desirable weight for the height or BMI, which is also known as body mass index, less than 18.5. So when it comes to all the weight challenges, we then have to ask ourselves, what is healthy weight? Healthy weights look different when it comes to males and females because of their body composition. Female bones may be smaller or bigger compared to that of a man, which makes the body have a different percentile of body fat. On average, men have 12 to 20% body fat and women have 20 to 30% body fat, which is considered to be of normal, healthy weight. To measure those fats in men or women, it can be quite challenging, but when trying to find the densities of a person's body, you divide how much they weigh by the volume. Others may use a scale, which is a more easier way to measure your weight. Another tool that people use is skin folding test. That is the measuring of the thickness of a fold of skin or fat using a caliper. Then we have underwater weighing, where the body is placed in a tank of water and the amount of water is displaced and measured. A more costly measurement way of measuring body fat or density is by a bioelectric impedance, where electrodes are attached to a person and the doctors test to see how fast an electrical current can go through the body. When the body consumes a great amount of food, energy, nutrients are stored through carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Carbohydrates is broken down to glucose for absorption. Fats is broken down to fatty acids for absorption. Protein is broken to amino acids to replace body proteins. We do have other weight issues that not only deal with one being obese, but one also being considered underweight and showing drastic weight loss. This comes from maybe eating disorders or one even being anorexia. When one doesn't eat as much, the body begins to use fuel that is stored in the liver's glycogen, which is the body's source to fuel to the brain. In some cases, when a person doesn't eat at all, also known as fasting, the body turns to feed off their own tissues. Over a period of 10 days where no food is being consumed, the body shuts down. During the fasting process, ketosis converts stored fats to feed the nervous system and stall the process. Losing weight to this extent is very harmful to the body. As you can see from the picture, the lady may be considered anorexia because she's lost a tremendous amount of weight. Drugs are one of the effective solutions to people dealing with obesity. When taking a prescription drug, it has to be safe, free of undesirable side effects and abuse potential when reducing one's body weight. Along with taking the drug, you should also incorporate physical activity and a healthy diet. Herbal supplements are also used, but just ensuring that it's safe and no side effects of nausea, headaches, heart attacks, or death when trying to lose weight. When trying to lose weight, people also turn to the many methods of surgeries that are offered. It may be nearly impossible for some to lose weight who are considered to be morbidly obese and have many difficulties losing the weight. Gastric bypass is one of the most common procedures performed, and that's when a smaller pouch of the stomach is made and a staple of plastic band is put into place. A Y-shaped section of the small intestines are connected to the pouch to allow food to bypass the lower stomach or upper stomach of the small intestines. Gastric banding reduces the size of the stomach using a silicone band to create a smaller pouch that makes you full quicker and empty slowly. Then you have the sleeve gastrectomy. That's when the stomach is surgically removed to a smaller size, similar to a banana-shaped pouch. Then lastly, you have liposuction, which is a cosmetic surgery where a surgeon uses a small tube to suction out fatty tissues from under their skin. In order to lose weight, you have to be motivated and determined to do so. Become more active and exercise more. The more physical activity you participate in, the more your metabolism is altered. You start to feel healthy and it increases your self-esteem. Healthier eating habits are also good to remember to include in your diet. Eat more fruits and vegetables so that fats are very limited in your diet. Behavior changes have to be made as far as what you used to do and what you're going to do. Show more dedication towards your weight loss. Join weight loss programs just so you can have a new behavior of positive lifestyle living. Amongst the many strategies that people use to lose weight, we also need to incorporate ways that for people that are underweight to gain weight. People that are very thin in size or considered to be underweight or anorexic, they have to have a goal to gain weight. In order to be successful with that task, one must be consistent and have patience. Trying new foods that they wouldn't normally eat would be a start. Eat foods that are high in calories, such as calorie-dense foods, which would be your yogurts, granola, nuts, and baked potato. Fats contain too many calories that you eat, and the more that you eat, you will begin to see an increase in weight gain. In order for you to manage your weight, you need to establish some type of game plan to be effective for yourself. Having a visual that you can refer to so that you can see yourself and where you're going with your weight, you can set goals and have high expectations for yourself. If your goal is to eat 3 meals a day, set yourself up for success so that you can do so. When you see yourself staying on track and exercising for a certain amount of time or day, reward yourself from time to time with something slight, such as a piece of cake or a small portion of something that you really like, but you have to remember not to relapse. Have self discipline and try to stay on the correct path to meet your goals. It's all about changing the way that you eat and the manner of which you eat. Once that is established, you can aim for the high and meet your goals. And this here is the reference to all the information presented in this slideshow. Thank you for watching.